Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be stitching a fun fall beanie. I sell these patterns in my Etsy shop, Stitching with Samantha. You can find the link to it in the description of this video. They're printed on a water-soluble stabilizer. You can also find the stabilizer in my Amazon storefront. I'll also link that below, and you can print my digital patterns on it. So what we're going to do is cut the square out. I just don't like to put it over the logo on the car beanie because I like to be able to see where I'm stitching and make sure that it's going around the logo. Take off the backing and apply the adhesive side to the beanie and make sure to smooth out any wrinkles. On the screen, I'm including the DMC color threads that I used for this project. I use 422, 935, and 3826. We're going to unwind our thread, we're going to cut it, and then we're going to separate it into 3 strands. After that, we're going to thread our needle, tie a knot, and begin stitching. First, we are going to do satin stitch for the pumpkin, but a little hack is I like to do back stitch outlines on my satin stitch before I actually do them. This way, the back stitch actually provides a nice outline for the satin stitch to then go over. I find that it gives it cleaner edges. So we're going to take our needle up, down, and then skip ahead, and then bring our needle back down to where our previous stitch ended. This is going to be really small stitches, especially because on beanies, we're working with a smaller space. So each time you're going to bring your needle and thread up and then back down to your previous stitch. And once we finish the back stitch outline, we are then going to do satin stitch. I'm going to start with the middle of the pumpkin, and I'm going to bring my thread and needle up on the right side of any point of the pumpkin, and then we're going to bring it down on the left, making a straight line. Now I'm going to skip down a bit on the left side, and I'm going to do the same thing, making a straight stitch to the right side. Get as close as you can to the side of your back stitches. Once I do a few stitches along the middle of the pumpkin, I'm then going to bring my needle and I'm going to come above or below one of my stitches and I'm going to bring it to the other side. Satin stitch is essentially this. We're going to be putting stitches above and below our stitches so that it fills out the entirety of that section and it has a satin-like finish. So we're going to do that with the other 2 sides as well. And there's our little pumpkin. Now we're going to do the stem of the pumpkin. For the stem of the pumpkin, we're going to do satin stitch as well. However, I'm going to bring my needle up at the top of the stem and then bring it back down at the bottom of the stem. And then I'm going to do the same thing right beside that stitch. I'm going to come up and then back down. So we're going to do satin stitch vertically for the stem. So each time you're going to make your straight stitch beside each other and we're going to fill in the stem. Once our pumpkin is done, we are going to move on to the leaves beside the pumpkin, and for the leaves, we are going to do leaf stitch. To stitch a leaf, we are going to start by bringing our needle up at the very top point of the leaf, and we're going to bring it down in the middle of the leaf. So as you see there on the guide, I'm going to bring my needle down at the point. And then next, I'm going to bring my needle up on either side of the first part of the stitch. So right at the tip top of the leaf, I'm going to bring it up to the left side there, and then I'm going to put my needle back down below the end of my first stitch. So now we're going to repeat that. We're going to come up on the other side now, and I'm going to bring my needle up, and then after that I'm going to bring it back down below my previous 2 stitches in the middle there. And you're going to repeat this process for each stitch, bringing it up on the side and then bringing it back down in the middle under your previous stitches. It's honestly a really simple stitch, and once you learn this one, it's really fun and you're going to find leaves in a lot of patterns. So you're going to keep doing it until you reach the end and put in your last stitch. For the stems and the leaves of our wheat, we are actually going to be using back stitch for both. So I'm going to bring my needle up and then back down to start, and then I'm going to skip ahead a short distance and I'm going to bring my needle up and then back down at the end of my previous stitch. This is exactly what we did earlier before our satin stitch on the pumpkin. So for the leaves, I'm going to keep doing back stitch. I'm going to work my way up the leaf, and then you'll see I'm going to do one more back stitch, and then after the top of this leaf, I'm going to then make a back stitch that goes down so that it has that natural looking look of a leaf. And then we're going to actually fill it in with another back stitch, going from one side of the leaf to the other. And you can keep applying back stitches until you feel like the leaf looks full. Now I'm going to repeat that going up the side of the other leaf, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to keep doing back stitches along the side of the leaf until I feel like it's full enough. And then we're going to finish off the rest of them. And then after that, I'm going to teach you what I do for the wheat. For the wheat, we're going to be using bullion knot technique. So you're going to bring your needle up at the very top of the first wheat, and then you're going to bring it down at the bottom of the wheat and then back up, and make sure that your needle is still on top of the beanie. So you're going to bring it down and back up where you started your stitch. And then we're going to wrap it around our needle about 4 to 5 times. And then it's about to get really sloppy. I included this clip because I want you to know that if you accidentally do it this way, it's completely okay. We can fix it. So if you get yourself in this situation, you're actually going to pull it tight, and then you're going to work your fingers up and down so that it pulls it kind of back into position. So once again, I had not done this stitch for about 2 to 3 years, and I thought about editing out this clip, but I wanted you to see if you get in this situation and it's really loose, you can fix it. So now we're going to go again, and we're going to do it the way I recommend. So you're going to do the same process at the beginning. Bring your needle up at the tip, down, and then back up, wrap it around, and this time hold it in your fingers, the little coil of stitches. You're going to hold it in your fingers, pulling tight, and then as you see, it's a lot more uniform there. Then we're going to do the same thing up and down, and it's already looking great. So then we're going to take our needle down to hold it into place. So you can take it down at the bottom of the stitch. This stitch is a little harder to master, so I'm going to show you guys one more time. So we're going to bring our needle up at the very top of where we're putting a bullion knot. Then we're going to bring it down and back up in that same place. Wrap it around about 4 times, and then we're going to hold it with our finger while we pull our needle through our loops. Pull it tight, and then kind of work your hands up and down, pull it tight, and then put your needle at the end to hold it in place. That is a difficult stitch, so try it a few times. Luckily, this project has a lot of bullion knots for those wheats, so you're going to become a pro at the end of this. To tie off your thread on the back of the beanie, we're going to take our needle through previous stitches, and then we're going to pull it into a knot. And I do this about 2 to 3 times, and then you're going to cut off your thread. Now we're going to wash our beanie. This is really important. So you're going to take soap and water, and you're going to rinse all of the stabilizer off, and you're going to rinse and wash your fingers through the stitches as well. Stabilizer and ink can be left underneath the stitches, and that's what causes ink bleeding. So make sure to rub the soap into your stitches and under the stitches. If you see any discoloration at all, do it again. And now we have our beautiful fall beanie. I hope you love this tutorial, and check out my others.